You are now entering the MuseCast.
Anything? Is it recording? Oh, there it is.
We're live.
Okay. I had it, my screen shrunk. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the MuseCast. We're on episode 86, and we do have guest Scott Buchanan on this week. And he was in a band for a long time, Lil Grizzly Boogie Band, and they were awesome. Boogie Band. My bad. Say the full thing for me.
The Lil Grizzly
Boogie Band.
I'm chasing rabbits, but the fun is all here in the back of the boat. Alligator dog rolling down the river on a trash can lid. Don't stop, get it cool.
Yeah, man. What a great name.
Okay. There's a CB handle called Lil Grizzly.
Uh-huh.
And I loved it because he was the best CB battler that I ever heard.
Really?
Lil Grizzly. He'd battle anybody. It's kind of like MC battles when you're long haul trucking. And Lil Grizzly was just the man. And I always loved the name. And so I just for a joke, I was playing one show, put a band together, and I just called it Lil Grizzly. And then people liked it. And then come to find out there's a bunch of rappers called Lil Grizzly, so.
Oh, are there?
There's always a little something when it's rappers.
Yeah.
Right? You have the regular guy, you got Grizzly, he's the older guy, and then you got the younger guy, and that's
Lil Grizzly.
But my buddy had a band called Transmaniacon MC. And everyone would be like, like when we're on tour or whatever, everyone would be like, who's Transmaniacon? Y'all know, what is that band? Don't Fear the Reaper. What is that band?
Blue Oyster Cult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. They had a record called Transmaniacon MC, and he named his band that. They were badass, dude.
Nice.
But it's like a regular rock band. But when we'd show up to the club or whatever, it'd be like, don't worry about the back line for Transmaniacon MC. They thought it was a rapper.
There's no back line, but it's total full band. That's awesome, man. Your band was great.
A rapper or a motorcycle club.
It stood for motorcycle club.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. These days, most people think it's a rapper, but MC. Yeah. When I hear MC, I think motorcycle club.
I seen the band from the back of a van, playing in a Sun Rock band. Well, no, don't run it on like a bus. Some of them folks straight in the jam. Well, I know that I wanna go. I ain't but a country man. I got a book about agriculture, just so I understand. Mama done woman about a wicked witch. She'll cast on the unaware.
Hey, before we escape the beginning of the show, I just kind of wanted to touch on this real quick, but we lost a really great person this last week. Yeah. Ed Veruno. I assume that you probably knew him. He was such a part of the music community for so damn long. And he ran sound on a ton of shows that my band used to play. Great guy. Yeah. Was a big part of me getting started and filming music videos, live stuff. And I just wanted to give some love towards his way because, I've seen so much love happen online, and it's really beautiful to see all the people come together for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Jason Cupp told me that Ed traveled with Core for a little while, years and years ago, well before my time in Core. But he said that Ed used to travel with him and do sound with him on the road sometimes. And, he's just
awesome.
The sweetest guy, the coolest guy, and the best sound man, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, the best sound man in the Southeast for sure. Without doubt.
Man.
He's good people. A gentleman too. It kind of a little ratchety, but like I don't know. I liked him.
Yeah, dude. I always had a great time. He was particular about getting good sound. He'd be really focused in on dialing everything in. I remember whenever we were first playing shows, this is like 15 years ago, back at Floyd's, he wouldn't really talk much at all. Like while he was setting up, he was so hyper focused on getting the board dialed in and everything. And then I realized it's like, oh, I got to know him pretty well at Floyd's because we did a bunch of live DVDs together where I would film and then I'd buy a board mix from him and mix it with the videos. And at that time, that was like, not many people were doing that. People didn't really have phones and cameras in their pocket like they do with phones, and it was just a different time where it felt really like cutting edge, how good they were coming out. We were both getting giddy with each other.
Intently searching, vacant the road. Hefty fines were paid today. Brody cries, insist you stay.
That was a lot of my relationship. Later got to work with them more with Eli because he would run sound for Eli many times and would get board mixes and do live shows with them. Just always a great guy. And I think, well, I didn't really get to work with him too much at the Civic Center, but he would come in, I believe, with production support group, PSG. And it's been so long. I hope I'm not mixing up which group he was working for. He worked with PSG, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
With Dennis. Mm-hmm. That's who he was working with, I believe. And so just, the last time I saw him, Seven Dust Show, Club LA this last year, and I didn't know officially that something was wrong, but I could tell physically that he was going through something. He seemed kind of weak, but ran great sound. Seven Dust Show, amazing show. That was like a reunion show for a lot of people in that so many people came out to that show. Dick got to play at it with Core. He was playing Encore, and so many people I hadn't seen in forever. Neil Alday was out there that night, and just catching up with so many people that was all part of the scene, seeing Brad Messersmith, Shaggy. So just, I don't know, man, but God bless to you, Ed. And you made a mark. You made a big mark for a lot of people.
Yeah, you did.
So, okay, so we did. I just wanted to make sure that we touched on that right out of the gate. But
absolutely,
Scott, you're doing some really cool stuff around town, kind of like now and over the last few months. Or when did you start this? You're putting on performances throughout Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's not just me. It's I work for the Downtown Improvement Authority, so it's like there's a group of us. It's Kelly Goddard. She's really in the music scene. Elias Mathis and Alexis Bondi.
Okay.
And my friend Kim, that show you came to, my friend Kim, we were just hanging out where it was springtime Tallahassee, and that park there has that natural, Lewis Park has that natural stage. And she's like, and Kelly Goddard, Elizabeth Fravel, and Jillian, I don't know her last name, have a band called Dolce Trio, and they were playing, and Kim's like, this would be a great place to have shows at. And we was like, yeah. So we just took her idea and ran with it. And that's when you saw the Pharaohs there. And man, great day.
Tallahassee Horns and the Pharaohs of Funk, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
that was cool. That
band, they just really know how to throw a party.
Yeah, man, great energy. And Hunter, the bass player in that band, he's the performer in all the Key of Muses music videos, playing bass on there.
I thought I knew that dude, man. He is good, man.
In your words, I can hear an ocean. In your touch, I can feel the devotion. They will try to subdue our motion with no emotion, silenced emotions. In my eyes, can you see my soul? It still burns as it's growing old. You can't lock my mind in a prison. No freedom without a vision. Oh, my soul is an element.
He's a crazy good player.
So
He's
good.
so good.
Yeah.
And
He's sponsored by what's that bass guitar company? He's sponsored by I can't pronounce it. I think it's like SUHR Sur Bass or something like that. We'll have to look it up, put a link in there. But
we will have to. Yeah.
He is always posting these new basses. They're shipping him basses all the time.
And is he with an amp company too?
I think he has like I want to say it's like a smaller lunchbox looking amp. I haven't seen it live or anything, but he's got an amp company backing him up too. It's super cool.
Yeah, cool. He had that. He used that, and then he had, I guess, he had a couple of outboard 8-inch speaker cabs, punchy. Oh Lord, have mercy! And I was like, I was glad to see it because usually people are showing up with a digital sound box, plug it into a monitor, and it's like, and that works. That works. Yeah. But it's like his tone was outstanding, dude. It was just outstanding.
And I think in an outdoor situation like that in particular, it's really nice to have truly live sound happening from. You're right. It's a natural stage. It's an interesting way of putting it. It's like a hill that naturally happens, and it is like just the right height as a stage. I didn't think of wording it that way. That's cool.
I'm trying to think of where this is. Is this where they do like the music on the on the lawn? Is like in Tallahassee. I don't live in Tallahassee anymore, but I know I used to drive, I think up Monroe maybe, and towards or just past the Turlington building on the left side. If you're going north, am I thinking the right spot? There's like a grass.
I don't know the Turlington building.
Turlington is the big ugly one that looks like a chisel. The big ugly.
You're thinking of Cascades Park, Dick, right?
No. This is further west. It's the Turlington building, right? the big ugly one with the chisel shaped roof. But when you drive up, maybe it's not Monroe. Sorry.
It's like Park Avenue.
Kleman Plaza. You're thinking of Kleman Plaza.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Kleman Plaza.
Yep.
We had a show there. Yeah, not too terribly long ago. We had Rachel Hillman.
I know her. Yeah,
she's good.
Dude,
she's very talented.
So good.
She's probably my favorite. No offense, Ash, but like guitar playing because it's like I don't know, man.
What?
It's like,
this is over now.
She's probably my favorite guitar player in Tallahassee. I mean,
that's awesome.
I'm glad to hear she's still playing. I met Rachel probably 12 years ago. She was in a group, and I can't remember the name, but she was with some young kids. We'll have to find his name. I'm sorry. The kid, he builds soapbox guitars.
That's Rag Picker Allen.
Yeah, Dylan. She was in a band with Dylan, and I met them together. We played with them at Atmosphere when Chris Godwin had that venue on Pensacola Street.
I remember that place.
And yeah. The one, it was like right next to some apartments. They always got the law called every time they had a show. It's such a pain.
That place was weird. That place was haunted or something, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, it just never did.
Rachel was great. Her and I collaborated on a song back then, and I was actually thinking about her the other day because I need to contact her and see if she still got a copy of that song. I did acoustic guitar. She sang on it. Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah,
her
she's
vocals
great.
were so good.
Oh, she sang on a song that you played acoustic guitar on?
Yeah,
There's a recording?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I gotta hear that.
I recorded the guitar at my studio when I lived in Wacoa County up there, and sent it to her, and she recorded it. I remember I was so impressed with her production on the vocals, and I asked her what she did it with. She said, "Oh, I just used a blue USB mic into my laptop." I was like, it sounded so good.
Isn't that crazy how sometimes just the simplest thing just works? I mean, sometimes raw talent just shines through.
She works, man. You can tell how hard she works.
Yeah.
At her craft.
Yeah.
She works really hard. Great day. She just lyrically too. I don't know. It's like, damn, why didn't I think of that? But I don't know. She really loves where she lives and who she is, and
that's beautiful.
Cool.
That's
to
great,
hear.
man. The shows that you're organizing, is that once a month?
It's every third Thursday right now while we got the grant. So that's going through October. And we'll see if we can keep it going. Seeing how they showed up for Pharaohs, and we had the fried turkeys, and we also did a movie, All That Is Sacred. It's about Key West in the 60s.
Oh. Is that out? Is that a movie that's out?
Yeah, it's on YouTube for free. We just played it.
Great.
We have this big blow up screen. We had the fried turkeys play. We played the movie. The movie is excellent.
We'll put a link to it in the show. What's it called again?
All That Is Sacred. It's really good.
Okay. Oh, awesome, man. Well, great.
And you know what's really crazy is that I did that night. And it's just like weird serendipitous moments. We did that show. I went to a bar, and I was completely covered in sweat. Went in the bar, got me some whiskey, and was waiting for a pizza at Midtown Plaza. And this couple came up to me, and they're like, "We were at the movie and the band, and we were gonna move to Boston, but because nothing ever cool is happening here." I was like, "So we're gonna be staying here for a while." You know, it really made me happy. And then,
wow, the show made that kind of an impact that they're gonna stay longer.
Yeah, that they're not gonna move to Boston now. And then
that's cool.
Adrienne Foglin from Hot Tamale, she's one of my best friends. She's married to a dude named Ray, who was a guide in Key West back then, and he gave me
like a fishing guide.
Yeah, a bone fishing guide, All That Is Sacred tarpon and bonefish, and he gave me his old fly reel that was set up like those boys did. So it's like got the floating line. I don't mean to get too nerdy, but those dudes would get super high, and because you can now buy a leader that goes thicker to thinner, but they would tie each piece of leader thick, thin, thinner. They just it's incredible. That I was given that.
That's an art form. That fly fish. My late father used to make flies. He used to tie them. It's like it is an art form, man. And Ash, do you know? Are you familiar with fly fishing? How the reel and the string? So like fly fishing.
The river runs through it is my biggest. I watched that movie like 10 times.
That's a great film. But
growing up,
fly fishing, Scott, you may know more than me, but it's like a heavy line that they whip around, and the line itself is thick and heavy, but the last couple feet is always
the leader.
Super light, very thin, almost invisible. You know,
Absolutely.
So that at the end, think like an angler fish has like the little, the light that shines.
Yeah.
So at the end of the fly fishing line, you have that section that's just super, super thin. So when you flip it around, you flip it over the water and back, and it simulates something flying over the surface.
Okay.
And then when you flip it and you roll it like a bullwhip, like they roll it. It's beautiful to do it. You've seen it in the movie. And then
I know. Well, they talk so passionately about it in the movie. I mean, I acknowledged even then as a kid watching, I was like, oh, it's an art form.
It is.
But I never done it.
When it finally lands, the fly at the end is the biggest thing. And then that thin line is almost invisible to the fish. Invisible. And then they hit that fly. It's such a cool thing.
And to land 100 and some odd pound tarpon on that.
Wow.
But that's even an art form in itself to tie. Like even in the river runs through it, I guarantee I didn't know this at the time, but to make that light line you're talking about, Dick, they had to, I mean, it was meticulous, bro. Now that you can buy it like that, but not, it used to be so meticulous to tie each uni knot all the way down that leader from thick to thin, and then land 100 and some odd pound fish. Just crazy.
And
they were dropping acid while they're doing it too. Like, it's like
well, see, Ash. Now you want to go fishing, right?
What, you get to trip while you do?
Man, I want to go fishing right now.
But y'all got to see that movie. Yeah, it's great.
I'm going to put a link to it in the show notes, and it's free to watch on YouTube, guys. So just look in the description; it's right there. If you're watching this on YouTube instead of.
But it's funny because we wanted to do that, and we didn't really. We're like, yeah, let's play it, man. It's gonna be great. And then like his family saying they're dropping the F-bomb a couple times. We're like, damn, But
it's so interesting. Like as somebody that makes videos, when I'm making it, it's so different when you watch it with different audiences. And the whole time you're riding this wave of experiencing, watching it, like almost kind of for the first time through their eyes. You're starting to pick up on the areas where you actually realize that you're a little bit unconfident in, or the parts that you're like, man, I really thought that was gonna land, or I didn't think about how that might offend somebody if it did this. And it's just so different when you're. And I've watch so many videos in groups, and they're totally different group styles. Some people won't laugh at a thing, other people won't stop laughing, and it's just and then other people are just drilling down on this one minute detail on a shot that's like, dude, but look at the whole thing. And nobody else felt what you're talking about, like everyone's ripping on them for caring about that one thing, But I would say it's kind of similar to when you have music. You write music, you record music, then you play it for people. If you get to be present while that's happening, it's not just because you're wanting to show off your music. There's a big part of it that you just want to, like, it's an opportunity to see what they think, even if they don't say anything. Because in my opinion, they don't even have to say something for me to start picking up on the energy of what it is or is not doing or fulfilling for somebody. And it's just interesting to me to see if something's hitting home or not,
Right.
You really, I see you really getting into that. I've been to plenty of viewings, not funeral viewings, but like music video premieres with you now.
You have.
And I like for me that interaction with someone, showing them, I'm always really uncomfortable. Like I always feel like I shouldn't be there. Cause I want to just give it to them and then let them experience it in their own space, in their own way, But you have that fascination that you are in tune with what's happening, and I watch you because you pay attention. I'm just like hanging out, having a good time. You are like studying, and your brain is fixed.
Well, and it's like I won't even. It's not like I'm looking over at somebody, like to see what they're doing. No, I swear, it's like just a feeling of being the auras of everybody and what the energy is of the room. Did the room successfully elevate, or does it feel like a little empty, like it didn't hit the mark, And you really can't. I don't know. As somebody, I've been doing this for like over 20 years. I can tell. I can feel it, and it's okay. But I'm not like, I don't put it on people. I don't even really ask them what they thought. It's if somebody offers up something, and I'll be all ears to hear it.
A good person to have in the room is Kurt.
What's that, Dick?
No, I was telling Ash, a good person to have in the room is Kurt Rogers.
He'll make me feel good.
He gets animated. Sorry, Scott. What were you saying?
No, I was
mixing records.
It's like I would assume, because I've never done video.
But music's similar. So what's your experience?
The record and like, judging by, I mean, you don't really want to be in there for it if you're the musician, but I could see if y'all were working on a video, how the reactions would be. I don't know, man. That's a cool art form, without a doubt.
Dude, it's so fun, and it incorporates music too. That's the thing, is like it's a palette that can include any art form in it. Music video, enter music video, or it could be, I mean, like I would love to have a budget to do a documentary on like painters and sculptors, or you name the art form, martial arts, I'd be all about it. It's just, the thing is that it's time consuming in an insane way. I mean, it's life consuming. It's more than time consuming, it's life consuming. You really got to love what you're working on, and you got to have enough of a budget that you can do how much effort it takes to actually do it. Because I just don't like doing something that I felt like I should have done 100 more things to it. I used to do that, and then I was like, no, I'm going to just wait for the bigger pieces, do less of them, and every piece needs to be a portfolio piece or a learning experience where I've gotten to grow a lot, and that's what it's been. And the free stuff at this point, finally, after a long hiatus, has been my personal stuff, which is Cue the Muses, our project. That's the stuff that I've been doing for free. But past that,
it's so much fun to watch, though. It's so much fun.
Oh, good, man. You kind of have fun with it?
Yeah.
Hey, guys, if you're enjoying the podcast, that's awesome. We really appreciate it. But you should check out our full actual web series if you have not seen it yet, because this is where we put all the effort into a production. It's a sci-fi comedy, but we're a rock band, and so we put music videos inside of each episode.
No views but your own easy escape. Don't pay no mind to what they say. They're in their own world anyway.
Each episode features a new singer on each song that we unveil within the episode.
And will they
all unique singers from the Southeast region, most of them from right here in the Florida Panhandle, and all independent, unsigned, unknown artists until now.
No matter how hard I try, turn it down.
Premise of the show, Ash and I are a couple of bonehead guitar players living off the grid, trying to save humanity, which has been brainwashed from an artificial intelligence stripping us away of our creativity and our creative spirit.
We developed a mind travel machine to go into people's brains and collaborate with their inner muses, bringing back music that is completely organic from human muse collaborations. Enter Cue the Muses. You know what, we're kind of getting sidetracked, man. There's only so much time for frequency absorption. We need to hop on it. Can you fire up the cadence tubes?
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and get my shoes tied.
Okay. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the little bell. Tell YouTube that we matter, that you like us, and that you want to see more of us, because that's the only way that happens. Stay tuned.
We got one more episode.
Because I love movies and stuff. And
yeah.
I love stories, but I don't know, man. Good shots. I don't know. Thinking like, oh wow, how did they get that angle, or what did they used to do that? I love the art of it, even though I'm a complete neophyte with it. But I admire.
I want to, before we started this podcast, you started to talk about something. You had an opinion on I believe, video I just put out.
Yes.
Which is, I'm assuming it's the one about me talking about an AI musician approaching me about doing music video and this AI musician, just in summary, guys, it's like I found out over the course of the phone call while they were inquiring about my rates, they didn't sing it. They had the AI sing it because they don't like their voice. They had the AI help them come up with the lyrics. They had AI help. These are all different programs, but it's all AI.
But it was a person. It was a person who called you.
Yes.
Like, okay.
A physical person called me. It was a girl, and she had spent like whatever amount of time writing an entire album, and was going through a lot personally. I don't know all the details. And she feels like she made something that's really important to her. And she wanted to at least make one music video for one of the songs. But she literally voice prompted, as far as my understanding is, all the music. You know, you voice prompt, put it all in, and it spits back out, you know, what you described. She collaborated on the lyrical content with ChatGPT. She collaborated with ChatGPT on the music video. So then the question is, you know, one, would you do it? And two, just how funny it is that she happened to contact me, who's made my passion project for 5 years, making something about fighting an evil AI musician.
Who would sing it in the music video? I want to hear Scott's opinion on it.
She would have potentially, I think she would have like pretended sing it, you know, just
she would have Milli Vanilli'd it.
I'm like 99% sure, you know. Yeah. I mean, unless she was like wanted the whole thing to be story based and there was no vocal performance, but it sounded like she was going to gear up to.
I apologize. I haven't seen that video. Scott, tell us your opinion.
What's your opinion?
Okay.
Musician?
Ash asked, like, would you do it or not? And this is how I was thinking about it. I've used ChatGPT for art, and someone kind of made me feel bad about it because it might have been Rachel Hillman who said something how it's real bad for the environment and it uses a lot of water. And I was like, damn. But all I was doing was getting like
ChatGPT does?
Playing stand-up bass. Yeah, it's like bad for the environment. But however,
there's an argument to it.
I was thinking, because it's coming. No matter what we do, it's coming. But this is what I'm thinking. Yeah. If it becomes more environmentally friendly, but just like a clavinet patch on a Yamaha keyboard, like it sounds good. But when you hear a real clavinet or Rhodes or a B3 or a Fender Twin versus a little Digibox or whatever, like they're comparable, but they're absolutely different. So I think it's okay. Like people, if that's how people are going to create, let them do that. And I'm not going to judge. If it's like super bad for the environment, that may change my mind. But it seems like if that's the way you're going to make music, if that's the only way you can create, or at that time, I'm cool with it. Like I'm not doing it, but I spent a lifetime learning to be a musician.
Right.
But I think if you're making art, I mean, cue the muses, you know what I mean? It's like, you gotta use what's available to you. That's how I was thinking. Like, so if I was in your position and I was approached like that, I'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, I will voice where I've landed with it, but I want to let Dick have a run at it too, because he just heard the whole.
Yeah. So there's a condition that I've kind of learned of recently that. So I listen to a lot of podcasts about technology and Star Talk is my favorite one. I've talked about this before. There's an episode where they discussed a condition that somewhere between 2 and 5% of the population of the United States of America has a condition called aphantasia. And aphantasia is a condition where I say, Scott, picture in your mind an apple. Picture in your mind a Volkswagen Beetle, 76 Volkswagen Beetle, and you can't. Your brain. There's 5% of the United States population. That's like 7 to 15 million people in the United States have this condition where their brain does not allow them to picture things in your mind's eye, and it's when I heard about this condition, like this is like a heartbreaking thing for me as an artistic person, because what we were talking about a few minutes ago, when I listen to music, in my mind, there's a music video playing. It takes me somewhere and I think of things and I think of like what I would see visually and my mind's eye. And I've actually this has been such a problem for me in some points in my life, because I've gotten in car accidents where literally I was in my mind's eye, completely sober, in such a deep thought that my vision was like blanketed, and I was inside looking at what I was picturing in my mind, and then became distracted in that way. Yeah,
and I know what you're talking about too, because I think a lot of artists do know what you're talking about. You know, the daydreaming aspect of where your brain. I mean, vision does kind of shut off. It's amazing. I knock on wood, that I haven't been in an accident because of such a thing. But I get it. I mean, you'd really just like.
And I feel like prompting the artwork for chat. First of all, it's amusing. It was when I have ChatGPT, and I use it for a lot of stuff, mostly for learning, but I've made some silly images, and I've made ideas for band logos. However, like the official stuff that we put on anything that we were selling, I always went to an artist and paid an artist to do it, because I never felt right about really selling, like trying to profit off of the stuff from ChatGPT. But I feel that there is a niche where our people now, like especially with people with this condition, can become more artistic, where in other ways they wouldn't be able to. Not to say that people with that condition can't be artistic, because they can be in other ways. I just feel, as an artist myself, that's so crippling to think of. And that's one of the positives. I feel like one of the positive arguments for ChatGPT and utilizing it for people to help them under but I don't know, maybe it's not, but that's just kind of that's where my mind went with it. But as far as someone writing the music and then prompting it,
collaborating on the writing of the music.
Yes, collaborating with the writing of the music, prompting it, and then talking about spending money to the kind of money that I'm sure she was talking about for a music video for this, and that much effort. Like in a sense, as a musician, I almost have that same gut knee-jerk reaction that people get when they see stolen valor. In a sense, like with the military, when somebody is dressed and they're not in the military and they're that stolen valor thing.
It's really sleazy, like a bad sleazy. No doubt.
And at the artist side of me, that's my first knee-jerk reaction when I hear that is starting to happen, because I've worked a long time to have the meager skills that I have, and it's not easy. And that's why it's so special, because it's not a skill you just get overnight. You don't just pick up your phone and say, I'm going to be a musician today. You don't pick up your phone and say, I'm going to be a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu today. It doesn't happen. It takes years and suffering. And the late great Brent Hines, who just passed away recently, said, anything that you love is worth suffering for.
Absolutely. Brent, and he's probably the hardest. If you ever shook his hand, this is back in the 90s, early 2000s. He's like the hardest working rock and roller I knew. He worked hard. His hands were like rocks. Like probably the roughest hands I ever shook. And I've been working in the woods my whole life, working on bulldozers. Brent's hands were like catcher's mitts with gravel in them. I mean, he was a tough dude, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And the best damn and chicken picking, like most people know from Mastodon. That boy, probably the best country guitar player in the Southeast. He's just that good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
He's great. You'll be excited, Scott. Next week, if you know Brent, our guest next week is going to be Tom Cheshire, the vocalist for his other band, West End Motel, which was kind of like
cool.
Not
cool.
Yeah, it's not quite the rockabilly band. It was they're more like the old school, old time rock and roll kind of stuff, but so good. Yeah.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah,
we're definitely excited about it. for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean,
true.
another great loss. But
it's totally true what you're saying about AI, but I don't know, man. It's happening. It's kind of like a patch on the keyboard, like the tried and true is going to come out. Y'all love performing. Y'all love performing. I love performing. I
haven't performed for 15 years.
Well,
but I'm planning to get back on it again. I'm gonna
get you back in there.
On camera, y'all are still doing it.
Well, that's right. You know? And I mean, obviously we recorded the album.
Muscles kicking. Yeah, like y'all are performing. That's where it's gonna. That's where the rubber meets the road. You know what I mean? So
well, that's the thing is like, you know. So at the time, just to have said it, and I thought I established this in the video. I mean, in the video I tried to say where I talked about this situation. I did tell her on the phone call that I would be willing to do it if she could come up with the budget for it, which relates exactly to what we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. If there's a budget and I can do it right, then I want to do something. I like making music videos. It's one of possibly my favorite thing to make out of every kind of video I make. But where I kind of land with it is that, and I've thought about it more and more, because it's like, if this is happening for me, surely this is happening all across the world. I mean, there are people that are passionate about the collaborations that they have done artistically with collaborating with AI, with video, with pictures, with lyrics, with writing, and they feel hyper passionate about it. My personal opinion on it is that you're not going to get the experience of performing an instrument that we have gotten from actually pursuing the musical path, right? Mm-hmm. That in itself is, I think, the first attraction that we all probably had to music, was to experience the liberty and command over this instrument, this extension of expression in a live way, to be able to just crank that up. That was so desirable that
it's
I
like
would,
a magic wand or something.
It is magic. There's no getting around it. You're dancing with the soul, because you're invoking goosebumps in people and yourself, and there's no logical thing that you can write down on paper as to why it's doing that to you. It's magic. It's and in my opinion, that's like dancing with God. You know, this is like you are exploring superpowers here. Mm-hmm. So all that is not going to happen in that journey that somebody's going on with the AI. Now, that's not to criticize it, but my point is that that's why I don't feel bad about it should they go that way, because they're not getting a whole experience. They're getting that type of experience. Maybe, who knows, it would eventually land them where they realize that void is there, and then they do pursue an instrument, and they wouldn't have done that to begin with. I'm sure that's going to happen on some level.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you know, look, I think that who are we to say that somebody shouldn't do it if they want to spend their money and time on doing that, and that's their vehicle to be able to express themselves artistically. And the end result, I think the only people that would hate on it are if you saw that go to mega success while your art that you put so much effort into didn't, right?
But that's been happening all the time
already.
Right? It's
the success that we witness is such a 99% of it is just manufactured by production houses. Anyway, it's already fake. Most of those albums that people listen to, they didn't even play the music on them, you know?
Yeah, like
they didn't write those parts.
the like 80s Heart stuff, like when they just like we know it's like we hired a bunch of LA pros, and we know that slick and corporate. We don't care. We're getting paid,
it's wild, you know. And I even had that happen to us in my old band Kill Clouseau. We had recorded a whole album. We got approached by a producer that wanted to like do something for us, take us somewhere, and he wanted to re-record the album. And then we said, well, we feel like it's good enough. He said, let me prove it to you. Let me prove how much better it can sound. He was in Tennessee. And I was like, well, like what? You want to have us out there to record? He said, again? And he said, no, I got musicians here. Just get me the tracks. I just need the singer's track. We'll I got guys that can play it. We'll do the guitar, the drums.
I've never heard this. I've never heard this part of the story.
Dude, and this producer's name, well, maybe I shouldn't say it. Well, I will say it. Well, no, I won't say it. All right. And so this guy, and we went back and forth. All right. And then we said, look, if you want to come out of pocket to do that, to prove it to us, go for it, but I'm just warning you on the front end that it's going to have to be like mind-blowingly good, to get us to go for this. And he said, oh, it will be. He was cocky. And I was like, okay. So we let this guy go for 2 weeks. He gets back to us. He's re-recorded the whole thing. He got a guitar player in there, which I was kind of happy to hear.
It's going to be so good, guys. You don't even know, kids. Give me the tracks.
Dude, he gets that. He sends a song over. He did mention that the guitarist had a harder time than he thought, which I was kind of nice. I thought that was kind of nice to hear, just because they're weird parts, man. I was like, you're gonna get another, because it's just weird. It's not like it's. There's guys that can run circles around me. I just know that they're weird progressions and weird. I came up with chord shapes that I don't even know if they're actually chords. And so anyway, they got it. They laid it down. We listened to it, and we're like, dude, this is just simply not as good as ours. It's like heartless. It just sounded exactly like. Now the studio musicians are amazing, but to get them to recreate this exact thing, it just sounded so empty. Now, granted, we're biased. We played it for some other people. Granted, they're friends. They could be biased. We're like, what's the gain here? There's no gain in this. He wants you guys to go and record the whole album again like this, or have other people play it. It's like, what the hell are we talking about? It sounded, Lee Dias kicked his ass on the sound quality, and it was us playing. So what the hell are we talking about?
Wake up, Monday,
So the only gain would have been that it would have been some kind of kickback to him, because it was recorded here instead of there, and Dias's name would have been removed, and this new guy who's in bed with that guy would have done it. And it's
100%.
Slime Ball City.
Yeah.
Come on, boys,
totally.
let's make a record.
He was definitely disappointed about it. But to just close out that whole AI part, on my personal opinion, that's kind of where I sit with it. I'm like, I'm not against it, but I'm also not jealous of people that are going to make that and it doing well, because I feel like stuff that wasn't created by artists is already the stuff that burns up the billboards anyway, and they're still missing out on the reason that I really started playing music to begin with, which was to physically feel a guitar. Like, if you see a martial artist, which is another thing I'm attracted to, it's like, I don't want to just watch the martial arts. I want to experience what it's like to actually be able to do the martial art and engage and feel it. Yeah. That's a completely different thing than making a fight choreography for a movie and then execute, and then there's the end of the movie. It's like, that's kind of like an AI version of music. You're just going to fake it, and then you put it in and made it in a movie, and that's a cool movie. That's a completely different experience than being a martial artist and getting to actually play with somebody and win. It's a completely different experience to hold an instrument and execute playing it and finding the notes. The search, the exploration of that fretboard. I mean, guitar for me, but it's like that is the whole journey. That's where you're like exploring what connects with your soul. Like, why did I just get goosebumps there? I'm chasing it. I don't even know why. That's not even in the scale. Why is it working? It doesn't matter. Just where does it go? Oh, that gave me goosebumps. You're looking for these little orgasms all along the way, and none of that gets to happen. With just voice prompting an AI song.
Sometimes you're looking for the big orgasms on the way.
But it's even with all the crap, or that does make the top 10 or whatever. There's always something that slips through. There's always something really good that slips through, and it still will be until the day we're gone. It's still going to be that same way. It's like Like, who are those kids who played at Cascades?
The Retrograde.
Yes, dude.
Retrograde, talented group.
Like,
new music video out.
Yeah, they're great, man. Rock and rolling, opening those amps up, you know? It's like, they're not using Digitex or anything. They are opening up those Marshalls.
Yeah, it's never going to go away. Rock and roll is never going to go away because it always has had and always will have that cool factor when it's just raw. You know, all the technology can come out. They can condense everything to a little box like this that you have a touchpad on and you got all your sounds and everything. You're still going to have guys buying tube amps, taking them out, moving the air in the room. They're going to move the air in the room, and they're going to feel it. That's the only way you feel that. And it's never going to go away.
And people are inspired by people. They want to see people. There's nothing like seeing a human being before your eyes execute something magical.
Yeah.
That just takes over the room. Again, totally different experience than hitting play on something and it just performing it.
Absolutely.
That's just not the same thing.
It's not. And it just shows you why I'm doing what I do. It's the importance of community and being something, even if you're playing, you think it's me, you know, if you're the biggest egomaniac musician or whatever, and you're a complete pain in the ass, it's so much bigger than that person. It's so much bigger than any of us. And once we're dead and gone, what that community is what's left. It's the connections other people are making, and you may inspire this person to inspire that person. It's so much bigger than any one person.
It can change the trajectory of somebody's life. It did mine. You know, it did mine. You know, Metallica did that for me in a live show, and I came back and learned how to play guitar. But past learning guitar, to connect with a live, breathing art in the face with 20,000 other people, all like, it's like a religious experience.
Or 20 people.
Or 20. I saw amazing small shows. Yeah. I don't mean to be little. It just happened to me that was the first show that it was that experience. And that's an inspiration just to like that feeling. You don't only find that feeling, that spark solely in music. You can find it throughout a lot of aspects of life. And I knew that it now existed. Yeah. And so then that's the chasing point. That's the carrot that I'm looking for as to where I'm going to go, what direction I'm going to try to go in with my work, with my family, with my personal journeys and experience, with a camping, with a vacation, with a hard work thing that's going to pay off later. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
I know that it now exists. It was like, wow, music does that quicker than any other thing on the planet, in my opinion. It doesn't even make sense. You can in a movie, you have to like experience, I'm 30 minutes in and man, I'm totally wrapped up in these characters and I'm there. This is inspirational. Now I want to go learn how to box or whatever. Right. But with music, you know, Rocky,
it's immediate, no doubt.
Yeah. Dude, music is like 20 seconds. Yeah, I want to go fly. But 20 seconds of a song can just completely change your entire day. It can change the chemistry in your body. You can be in you're operating now in a different dimension today. Yeah. And we know what it's like to operate in a shit dimension for the day. You know, sometimes we're there. And it's like you're just executing tasks and you're like, you feel like you're a step behind and this and that. But one song in the back, it can like literally shift the whole thing, and all of a sudden, there it is. That's the angle. And then you ride the whole rest of the day that way just because of one 30-second clip. Music's amazing. It's powerful.
It is. And especially nowadays, I mean, if I'm like feeling down, I want to listen to nothing but African high time. I can listen to nothing but African high time all day, you know, and keep my vibrations sky high.
Yeah, that's right. I accidentally I walked back into my office. I had something rendering and I was having kind of a shit day. And I had been watching something on YouTube. And for whatever reason, I don't know how it ended up on this because I was watching like a podcast. I come back in and I don't even like smooth jazz, but smooth jazz is on. It's on this 12-hour coffee thing. It's probably AI generated, unfortunately. But I come back in and dude, like, it's like, well, it's kind of pleasant to be in here right now. Like, I'm not as stressed out. I'm going to leave it on. I left that shit on for the next hour while I geared up for a shoot the next day. I was in a totally different mood by the end of it. Now, unfortunately, that might have been AI created, but
you know what?
Powerful.
You know what really does it for me if I'm in a crap mood like that?
What?
Motown.
Oh God, I love it.
Anything Motown. Doesn't matter if it's a Jackson 5,
dude.
Franklin.
For Felix, my 3-year-old, we just got a new record player and it has a Bluetooth option on it, so I didn't use the record player, but I queued up on Spotify now. There's a stereo there, and I queued up exactly Jackson 5, and then I went to some James Brown, and we were just dancing around, having a little dance party, and seeing him light up. But man, like the whole room's lit up now. Like it's a completely different thing. Such a powerful thing.
Yeah.
So
Barry Gordy had he definitely just had a vision that those records will always stand the test of time.
What's some of your favorite stuff, man?
To listen to?
Yeah, because you've been playing in bands for like 30 years.
I know, a long time.
Ourselves here.
You know, I really love swing. I love Dixieland music. And High Time is probably my favorite. But I really love, like even back in my serious rock days, like when I'd listen to, I remember seeing just like little indie bands I always loved big hooks, you know? So I always loved a pop hook. So
I remember in the 90s there was some really good pop music hooks. There's a female vocalist song that was I'll never get over you getting over me. But like just the hook.
Who is that? What is
I don't know who it is. I can't remember, but I remember that chorus line. Like it gets stuck in my head sometimes. Like, man, you can't deny something that's a good hook.
Yeah.
It just sticks with you.
Yeah, no, that's a complete skill unto itself. I mean, and I like a lot of pop. There's a lot of pop I like. I mean, I like everything. There's something in everything that I can find that's like, oh man, like how did I not know about this? I feel like I'll play catch up.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Archers and Low for some of those, you know.
I've never heard it. Archers of Low?
Yeah. They're just
that sounds familiar.
But it's indie pop.
Yeah.
But with huge hooks.
Yeah.
Web in Front. Have you ever heard that?
No, I'm gonna have to go through this whole episode. Okay. I'll reference it back and look up a ton of bands.
Back in Syrup, there's a song called "Sexy Swimming Hole."
This is your old band,
Syrup.
Yeah.
Who else
he was in Syrup?
Who else was in Syrup?
It's nothing but Web in Front with like a Kiss type riff. It's Web. It's totally because I totally ripped that off. But yeah, that hook, that poppy
AI. You were an AI.
That's my AI.
Clone.
Absolutely.
I got a coonskin cap and a vest disable. I got a black bear doobie sitting on the table. I walk down south and I turn to the east. Got scared as a limestone beast. La 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 la. It's alright that you drunk to fight, so we'll dance till the morning light. There's a blackjack possum, total rusty knife, hollow whiskey. Oh yeah, yeah.
I came up with it. I put an A at the end of it.
And throwing it to a Sabbath riff.
Yeah, but it's so cool. Think about the older I get, this starts to sink in more and more. When I was young, this was something that I did not care to acknowledge. But the older I get, the more I realize that those pioneer bands, you know, the Sabbaths, the Zeppelins, the Beatles, you know, the Terry Reid, you know, these guys that came up with all those hooks where they didn't have rock to lean on prior. They had other genres. They had blues and they had country and they had bluegrass. They had all these classic, you know, music genres. But when rock was new and these guys were doing it for the first time, like,
and it was them doing it.
Them
it
doing
wasn't
it.
like some, because it didn't exist yet. So it's not like it was a manufactured, like, this sound works, it'll sell records, we'll get these guys because they look good. And this is the formula, you know, it's a 6-2-5. And
like the guy, well, I can't remember who it is, but I know there's a story where the guy blew his amplifier. He had a busted, torn speaker, and he was like, "Oh,
studio.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, cranking up that busted ass speaker because it sounded fuzzy."
Yeah, that's at Sun Studio. I forget who that was, but a dude from Gainesville was doing the tours at Sun. We recorded a couple songs there, but he had that amp there,
nice.
And he showed it. And that dude, Mick, he gave a tour to Aerosmith at Sun Studio. Handed him his, I think it's the Portugals or something. What's the name of this band? He handed him his cassette tape. They're like, Aerosmith took him on the road, like did everything they could to turn this boys into rock stars. But it's like lo-fi Memphis, you know, lo-fi rock. You know, it just didn't go over. Like they're opening up for Aerosmith. Like, yeah, they did. Joe Perry loved that band. It just didn't, you know, the population, you know, like trying to sell lo-fi, Memphis lo-fi to get on the charts is almost impossible, you know. It's
weird how some bands they have everything, but, you know, they don't take off even if they get some help with a little bit of exposure. Something about the timing, something about maybe the geographical location where they're exposed to or something. I don't know.
Some things just won't get popular.
Yeah,
it's great. Even if you have popular people in there, there's a band that I want to talk about next week too. But I want to ask both of you guys if you've ever heard of them. Have you ever heard of the group The Legend of the Siegelman?
No, it's a cool name.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So I heard about this group and I looked up the members because it came on when I was listening to some Brent Hines stuff. Brent Hines is in it. Danny Carey from Tool is in it. What? Have you ever heard of that band? No,
I've never heard of that.
It is a super group that put an album out like 2018. Legend of the
holy
Siegelman.
Shit. Well, I gotta do some deep dive. I've been listening to playlists with Brent Hines on it, just trying to catch up on more of his catalog. Because I mean, I'm really only familiar with like 2 or 3 of the Mastodon albums, which are fantastic. Yeah. But now I'm like digging in a lot more.
The whole spread. Kyron and I did the full Brent Hines discography on our way to Atlanta last weekend. So I just got done listening to everything that I know of that he recorded. But,
how many albums are we talking about?
It was a 7-hour drive, and I didn't get. I made it from 1997 to 2014.
So was that
7-hour drive?
4-hour Fogger? Was that part of that playlist, Dick?
4-hour Fogger.
Yeah.
4 hour.
That may have been prior to 97. I can't remember.
Oh, was that his high school band?
I think maybe after.
It might have been. You know, Brett would know. The producer for Cue the Muses, Brett Hesley, because he grew up in Alabama. I think he might have been a little younger than Brent. And Brent was in local bands in the same town. Like they went to the same high school, I think. So he would go to the shows back in the day.
Y'all probably remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4-hour Fogger would play with them a lot back.
Oh, really?
Early 90s.
That's crazy. Probably. How did you know Brent?
Cool.
You're saying that you knew Brent?
Yeah. Mainly from when we go up to Atlanta, we're all like, back in the 90s, it's like all the rockers were we all kind of knew each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, just from being in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then Mastodon started getting to putting something together. I don't know. And then it's just like you didn't see him no more. But I was approaching 30 by the time I was kind of wrapping up my rock and roll days. But Brent was part of all those days up in Atlanta. Cool, we had some wild times, dude. I'm telling you, crazy. Yeah. He's a wild dude, man.
Yeah.
So not to switch gears too harsh here. But Ash was telling me that you have run into some permitting stuff doing some of these outdoor shows. Have you had any issues with people complaining about having live music or any issues with permitting up there doing them?
No. It's been really smooth. And a lot of the property owners there like seeing it, just kind of reviving downtown and creating a sense of community. I think
so. They're in support of it then.
Absolutely, because
that's great.
So I know at Cascades Park that the venue there, they're only allowed to do like a small handful a year because of the zoning. Like they can only do like really 5 or 6 concerts.
Yeah, Cascades is different altogether. There's someone that has to walk around with decibel meter, and but the shows in Lewis Park or at Kleman just been great. Like everyone loves them. Cascades is, a little different.
What you said that is something coming up with a grant extension in October? I mean, is there any way for people to contact the city and let them know that they enjoy this and help support it?
Yes. TLHdowntown.com.
Okay.
Is how you get a hold of me, and I'm always looking, and I also have a downtown market. If anyone that's grown produce or anything like that, I'm trying to have a farmer's market too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're just awesome. Yeah, we're trying to just develop a sense of community as long as we can. It's like, how the political environment is. They're racing rainbows and painting over rainbows and stuff. So we're not sure how long we'll be able to do it. But while we can, we're going to throw as many parties as we can. And the political environment eventually will change, and hopefully we'll still be here. But we're swinging for the fences right now. We're doing everything we can to just create a sense of community, and have people have fun and be together, and try to just focus on good things and uplift each other.
Is the best thing that people can really do is just actually come to the events and show that it's a popular, liked thing.
Yeah, we've been pulling some good crowds. But the Kleman Plaza, the Ann Hinga Festival, which was just, we got a grant. We're like, let's throw a party, So it's like we just gave free spaces for artists to set up, and then we had bands play, and we just it was probably over 2,000 people there on Kleman Plaza, and we just had a great time. We had The Grass Is Dead, Revival. You know how good they are. Have you all ever seen them? Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I've seen Revival.
So it's a great party, and it was like, we're trying to come up with a name. I'm like, let's name it after a bird. Ann Hinga. Okay, Ann Hinga Festival it is.
That's how it came. That's it. Yeah. It's that simple.
Yeah, it's that simple.
That's awesome, man.
But hopefully we'll do another one here soon. But it's like, getting sponsorship is hard. We lost our Florida Blue was sponsoring our free yoga class, and we lost them. So, but we're just kind of scraping together money to do that yoga class because it's so important to so many people.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think it's beautiful that you're doing that much community involvement and bringing everybody together. And I mean, I'm sorry to say that I've only gotten to come to the Fairs of Funk one. I want to come to another one. I kind of just found out about it late. I don't go out much. I'm a workaholic, but I think what you're doing is fantastic, man. And I always enjoyed seeing your old band play. Hopefully maybe at some point you'll form in some version of it and play again.
Is there a social media page that people can follow to stay updated on like the event or anything?
Tallahassee Downtown has a Facebook page.
Okay.
We try our best to keep it updated. It's so much. There's 3 of us, and we're losing one person. They're moving to Nebraska or something.
Oh, wow.
Lame.
Yeah, no.
Lame.
But she's in love. Like, we're gonna miss her, but she's like, she keeps it together for us. So it's like, damn. You know?
That's a hit. Takes a hit.
It's a
maybe
hit.
somebody will step up to the plate watching this right here. So I make clips of this show too. So we'll have some clips out. I'll put this as a clip out. We'll put links in the description, everything. We'll put links whenever we put the post up about this as a clip. So, you know, we're just trying to do our part. Get people to know about things that are happening, man. And honestly, this is the longest I've ever gotten to really like talk to you where it's just us talking. I mean, I know there's a third wheel over here. But
Oh, yeah, guys. Sorry.
No, man.
Go ahead. Hey,
can you get out of here, Dick? I want to.
I know, but I've known the Von Chamiers, Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy, Mike, Mona. I grew up with that crew. They're like family.
Yeah. Well, that's how I met you. It was through them, and obviously I was brought into the family. That guys, in case you haven't figured out, the reason my last name is Von Chami is I took my wife's last name. I love the family, and I've been a part of it for 20 plus years now. So
I've been thinking about y'all a lot too. Yeah, a lot, because when I lost my mom not too terribly long ago, like when Chloe passed, it's just like, it just, I mean, she was such a special, an incredible matriarch to the whole area, you know, like, to such a huge community. And she wouldn't have known that. There's no way she would have known the gravity of her presence in the community, you know what I mean? And that's why I chose to, people like that are a huge influence on me. Just not knowing the path you lead. As long as you do it with love in your heart, there's no telling who you can help, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I do things like this, or play music, because it's like, I have stage fright, but it's like, I quit after Syrup. It broke my heart so bad. My heart was so broken. I was so empty. I didn't want to play music again. And I saw Catherine Bell Long on WFSU singing the song about local roots. I was just like, seeing her brought me back. She had no idea that it would touch me like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
So she's passed away and it broke my heart, but that was a huge gift that she gave me, is to pull me out of my cave, you know? You never know.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you saying those kind words, and I think it's beautiful that you know how to make as much acknowledgement around you you've mentioned through this whole podcast a lot of people that are just, a lot of local people that have made huge impacts on you. And I think that's beautiful to view your community and your family and your friends around you as opportunities for inspiration like that. And Chloe was a huge part in particular of, I have 2 sons, Tristan, who's now 18, and Tristan grew up and he had Chloe around all the time, and now I've got Felix and he never got to meet her, my 3-year-old. And that hurts, that's a completely different, upbringing, but we definitely do think of her a lot, and I really appreciate you saying those kind of things about her, man.
But it's like, all of y'all have that magic to you. Amy, it's a magic to the whole group that It's just, y'all are a gift. Y'all are an absolute gift to where you are.
Oh, well, thanks, man. I feel like I'm the latecomer. You knew them before I did. So
I know, but still.
I'm trying to fill the shoes as best as I can.
Ash, you're quite a gift yourself, young man.
Oh,
Yeah.
young man. I'm older than you, young boy.
I'm the grandpa here.
Get him, Scott. You get him, Scott.
I'm 53.
53,
No way.
I'll be
No
43 in 2 months, so I'll be just exactly a decade behind.
Y'all are children,
but not exactly. We're kids. Come on, kids over here.
I am not an age, but that's a beautiful statement to end on, guys. Because that entire paying it forward, it's a beautiful. I like to attune it to like a Mobius tape. You know, a Mobius tape has no beginning, no end, and it is just continuous. And that's what music and the community and family and love just never really dies. We lose people and it hurts and it's terrible, but they live on through the memories and through the music and through the community. And that's beautiful, guys.
It is. And Brent, you know, we lost Brent, but the impact he made on so many people. There's just countless people.
Thousands.
Yeah.
My life is surely better because of that man's music. And I never got to meet him personally, seen him live, but I know for a fact my life is better and I'm a better musician just because of what he did. Yeah. And that's powerful. That's
seeing it, the role he's played for directly your son's life and pursuit and music and the inspiration. Man, all this is like it's all so close to home. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, well, how are we going to end the show better than that? Yeah, guys, that was episode. Yeah, dude, absolutely, it was a blast, and we'll have you on again if you want to do it again. Sure. Maybe
I can talk y'all's ear off.
Okay, hey, that's what we do here, baby. That's what we do.
Love it. And awesome, I want to come to an outdoor show on a venue. So I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the page when I'm not in town all the time, but when I am, I want to schedule one and come up and check it out.
That'd be
fun. We got Grant Peoples in the People's Republic on the 18th.
That's the uncle of my old singer, Cody Williford.
Oh, yeah.
Grant. He was in Key of the Muses. Yeah, Grant's his uncle.
Yeah, we got to tell him to behave, but I love that boy. He's my bro.
That might be the one. That might be the one.
Yeah. Grant, awesome. Man. All right. Yeah, I'll try to make it out, man. That's awesome. Guys, take care, and we will catch you on the next MuseCast.
Thanks, y'all.
Taking over.